All right, so we are back in the final video of this action map where we'll go over some examples. I'm going to go over the Tiger Woods example with you, and then I'm going to go over an example of a niche that I was very active in for a while in e-commerce. We had a store that made 5 figures a month in it. Not a huge amount, but I think an amount that everybody would be pleased with. Boston Terriers. I talk about Boston Terriers all the time. So we'll go over some examples in that for you as well. Now, what can we do? I've told you why it's bad to start small, or bad to start broad, and how starting small will allow you to really accelerate your growth and then go broad. So we've explained that. How can we go small though? What does that even mean? So let's think about this. If we cannot target Tiger Woods on Facebook, what can we target? How about some up-and-coming golfers? Something that nobody is really familiar with. So let's go with PGA Tour rankings or something right here. All right, so we've got this. And let's look at some people. Now, I'm sure there's people out there who are into golfing and are like, oh, Devin, he's huge or whatever, right? Sorry. This is something I told you I'm not too familiar with, but I just want to give everyone an idea. Now, I don't know who a lot of these golfers are, and that's good news because I'm not into golfing. How is that good news? Well, that means that basically the only people who are actually going to like these people or know who they are actually people who are into golf. Does that make sense? So if you were to target, say, Jordan Spieth or something, he's got 4 top 10 finishes, so he's probably pretty good. Let's try to find someone. Ricky Fowler right here. So let's say we were to target Ricky Fowler, people who liked Ricky Fowler on Facebook. The chances of them being, like some random person that likes him just to like him is really small. I have no idea who Ricky Fowler is, so I imagine that only people who golf or are into golfing products know who Ricky Fowler is. Now, that just because he exists doesn't mean we can actually target him, but we could. So let's go like this. And you'll notice a lot of this is kind of the same as we were seeing before. But now that we have Ricky Fowler here, and you'll see that people like Ricky Fowler, also like Rory McIlroy, Bubba Watson, Jordan Spieth, and these are a lot of the golfers we saw on this list, right? And what don't you see? Tiger Woods. Do you want to know why? Because Tiger Woods is not that relevant to this. Tiger Woods has so many people liking him that they don't even consider him relevant to Ricky Fowler because he's got such a wide mix of people, like just random grandmas like mine, and my dog's Facebook probably likes him as well, stuff like that. So you get the idea though. So now that we just went small with just Ricky Fowler, and then we can get these other guys too. I've heard of Rory before, not Bubba Watson, right? And these are small audiences. Like look at that, 65,000 people, 56,000 people, 44,000, 43,000. That's actually really good for us. So what we do is when we create our ad, well, actually, let's start adding these people in here. So we'll get like Rory. All right, Rory and Bubba Watson. Cool. So we got all these guys. So Jordan Spieth. And what we'll notice is the audience probably isn't growing too much, but out of it, we've got like 1 million. Now, there's some really cool ways we can do this too I looked up create ad. We're going to create an ad. I actually want to save this. So we'll create new. Save our audience. So what happens is we just go to golf example. Just like that, and we click save. And then what we can do is go over here. We'll go into our ads manager here. And we'll create an ad. So let's pretend, that this is our golf store right here. We're going to start a new ad. We want conversions. Since our store is brand new, remember that we're going to choose the view content. Now remember, go watch the Understanding Facebook Ads video so you know what conversion objective you should be using. So we can use our saved audience golf example right here. We just saved it and it's got all that, right? Another thing we can do is if we really wanted to narrow it, we can edit it and go like this. So exclude people. So let's say we want to narrow our audience. We can move Jordan Spieth from down there to, from up there to down here. Okay. Now it just dropped to 170,000 people. That is small. So they have to like one of these guys and also like Jordan Spieth. So that's going to be a huge deal for them. And the reason this audience was so huge was actually Rory. So yeah, I knew I had heard of him before. So that was I'm pretty sure he's like one of the biggest golfers, right up there with Tiger Woods. So that might be a mistake. You want to look at the audience size. That one's a little too big. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And it only dropped us by 10,000 people. So it's not a big deal. And we'll just go with that and update. So just like that, we have a very highly targeted audience ready to go. Simple as that. Now let's go over another example. So we showed you how to start smaller. We showed you how to find this more niche things, only that people are passionate about, right? Something that's not obvious. So let's go into our other example and let's go with Boston Terriers, right? Now we don't like this because it's too broad. And let me tell you why. So it still has golf example. That's not right. Here, let's exit out of this for a second. Whoops. Sorry, everyone. We're going to go back over here, and we're just going to go into Audience Insights again. We're going to start fresh. I thought I said don't show this again. Everyone on Facebook. So we're at 150 to 200 million monthly active people. Let's go over to interest. Let's go to Boston Terrier. And boom, just like that. We have 400 to 450,000 monthly people. Now, here's the issue with Boston Terrier. Boston Terriers are adorable dogs. How many people out there do you think like Boston Terrier on Facebook but don't actually own one or care about one? Tons of people. Boston Terriers are up and coming. They're beautiful dogs. They're fun, and people like them. It doesn't mean they own one. And typically, if we're going to sell Boston Terrier stuff, only somebody who owns one will buy it, right? So what we can do is we can go down to these interests and just start typing them in, and you notice it's going to kind of like give us more examples down here. So we have the second one right here, Midwest Boston Terrier Rescue. Now, how about that? And this gives us 9 to 10K right here. And then let's do some more. And I see Boston Terrier Rescue right here, 15 to 20K. So we went up about 10,000 people. Now, remember, we're starting small because we only want the most passionate people so we can get as many pixel fires as quick as possible, specifically those purchase pixel fires. Now, if someone is into rescuing Boston Terriers, they love Boston Terriers enough to go out there and rescue them, to travel and rescue and give these dogs homes, do you think they'll buy your Boston Terrier apparel or a bracelet or pillow, whatever it is you're selling? Yes, they would. And that is the importance, and that is how you start small. I hope all that made sense. Thank you so much for checking out our action map. I think this is one of the most important action maps inside of DripCore. So please take advantage of this action map. Use it. Get those sales as quickly as possible, and then go broad and scale as quick as you can. Thank you so much for your time, and take it easy.